So we're back with another podcast with Tino and Carl. They've been with Crep Chief for quite a while now, probably pushing 2 years.
2 years, like next month.
Yeah, literally 2 years. So they started off in Crep Chief Notify, flipping shoes, weights, hot tubs, collectibles, all that kind of stuff. But now we've kind of branched into the NFT space, and these boys are heavily involved. How long have you been involved now in the NFT space?
I think I've been about 6 months. You've been about 5, haven't you?
I joined 1 month after you. That's all I remember, because you was heavily interested in it, and I thought, well, Cal's making money. I thought I might as well get involved as well.
It was like that time when everyone was getting into NFTs.
Literally, I think it was October.
Like they already kicked off a bit, and then everyone was like, "Go on, I'll jump in."
What kicked me off with it though is Nifty Gateway.
Nifty
I
Gateway,
think it's the same as you, isn't it?
So Nifty Gateway was
kicked it off for us, and then put us off for a little bit.
Yeah, literally. So we got into Nifty Gateway probably similar time, to be fair. But like before we start with NFTs, we'll probably explain like what they actually are, because I'm assuming a lot of the audience don't actually know what NFTs are. So,
Tino, give us a whirlwind tour. What's an NFT?
NFTs are images that make you a lot of money. Basically, long story short.
NFTs for dummies there.
Depends which way you're looking at it, but...
Well, some can make you lose money, like, which I found out in the past actually as well, but some make you a lot of money. It's just... How would you explain it?
To most, it's just a picture, isn't it? But you've got pictures with utilities.
Yeah, that's right.
You could go for free airdrops. You've got
But like the actual NFT itself.
It's just, I don't know, it's just a picture, isn't it?
Nah, it's like, so NFT stands for non-fungible token. I get that's like the technology behind it. It's obviously changing Web 2 to Web 3. I guess most people do just say, oh, it's just a picture, it's this and that. But obviously there's like, that's the forefront, that's what you see. But everything behind it is what the NFT actually is. So all the, the utility, the access, it's just a token. It's a digital ownership of whatever that NFT is used for. So obviously you got Bored Ape. That's your proof of ownership for your membership within Bored Ape Yacht Club. Same with like ENS domains. That NFT is what you get, but obviously the technology behind what the domain is, that's your actual NFT.
So ENS domains are like your wallet, basically your username. You use that across like all your different Web3 profiles, I guess.
ENS domains are going off today.
Yeah, it's a hot topic right now, isn't it?
Literally trending on
I've been
tools,
looking at.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? On IC tools, they've been, floor says 0.09, but then when you go on it,
yeah, it's insane.
So the way I see it, it's like a private reg, I guess, because like the low ones right now, so there's like 10,000 up to like 1 to 10,000, I guess. .eth is like what they're using right now, but I reckon they're gonna just absolutely rock it right now because there's only 10,000.
Yeah, there's only 10,000 of them ones. I reckon like ENS domains, the ones that go for like a lot of money, they're the ones that'll hit the news. Like, because with like Bored Ape and stuff, you can almost see like the everyday person you can sort of convince them like, okay, look, this is what it is, this is what it does, this is what's behind it. But like you see an ENS domain, it's literally just like a website domain. So it's like crepchiefnft.com. It's like saying it's like crepchiefnft.eth, but you're seeing them sell for thousands. So then people just can say, oh, you're just literally paying thousands.
What sold before? Was it 555?
Yeah, 5. So today there's like millions of ENS domains. You can have every one, like any website. But then today, the past few days, these like numbered domains have been going off. So it's like this morning, some big Chinese buyer paid 55.5 ETH. So what's that, like 130, 140,000?
Around that, yeah.
For literally 555.eth. Like I guarantee that'll hit the news.
It's just like the .com bubble though.
Yeah, it's just that ENS domains are quite literally the .com boom, like the domains and all that sort of stuff, because you can use them for everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, but you're not going to use 555.eth for much.
You can link it to your wallet, can't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But it's like you can use it for websites. So say imagine like obviously someone out there owns Google.eth. So like if Google transitions to Web3, they have to if they want that F domain, like obviously they're going to want it. And it's effectively having google.com. Like you basically own google.com. Yeah. Instead you've got obviously the crypto version.
So. And you were telling us before about the Supreme New York one that guy owns. So if Supreme New York ever did NFTs, obviously he got approached, he could put whatever price.
Yeah, he could put whatever he wants because he owns it. Like I think we obviously bought the Crep Chief company domain, so we got crepchief.eth. Because it's just like you just want to own it. Like it's like you wouldn't want someone else to own your website domain. So obviously you want to own your Web3 domain.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's mad. Go on then. So how did you both become aware of NFTs? How did you actually get into it?
You started first, so you explain yours first.
So I was hearing a lot about it. Joined CCNFT, confused to everything. So I kind of...
Was that during beta, yeah? When were they first launched?
I kind of went into a
Was
rabbit
that when you
hole
started
with it.
when we launched?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you'd been in it a few months before. Because obviously we'd all tested the waters before we even pushed out the platform,
No,
on our end.
I had not a clue when I joined CCNFT beta, so I just went into a massive rabbit hole, and I was going in calls with Dolan,
Yeah, that's right.
Will, and Lewis,
Yeah.
and I was just mithering them because it's difficult to get your head around at the start, isn't it? With
Yeah,
gas.
it's insane.
And when I first started, ETH was about $4,400, and gas never went below 80.
Yeah, literally, I remember that time.
So you was doing anything, it was costing $100.
Yeah.
I was thinking, how can I?
It was a bad
can't
view.
afford
That
this.
It's like
Every single time.
£75. How am I supposed to like buy something? And to buy it, I have to pay $100 just to
to buy
even get
it.
involved.
Yeah, just to
Or-
risk it.
It's like
So
imagine
to
going
me-
to the supermarket, you're at Sainsbury's, and like, yeah, Lucozade, whatever, you put your chocolate down, and then she's like, yeah, $100 before I even scan it.
Yeah,
Like,
it
that's
was-
literally what it is.
So I got a bit confused with it all. And then I kind of dived in when CCNFT posted, what was it? We was talking about earlier, I can't even remember what they're called, the little superhero things.
Oh, Blockbots.
Yeah,
Blockbots, yeah, I
It
remember
was, it was a
them.
free mint.
We got the matching ones. I remember that.
Yeah,
We
it
got
was a
matching
free mint,
ones.
wasn't
It was a free mint. And I thought, right, I'm just going to go for this.
Yeah.
Cost me like $180 just to...
It was free as well.
Yeah,
bearing in
it
mind.
was free. And it cost me $180 just to have
Yeah.
it. And then we all waited for a reveal. We revealed them. Me and Max got pretty much the exact same
Yeah,
one.
the exact same
superhero
one.
ones, wasn't it?
Yeah, the
So
superheroes.
that was like a good kind of rarity.
I only loaded up $200 just for the mint. I didn't realise
Yeah.
that when you want to sell that,
Yeah.
you have to
Just to list
initialise
it
your
on
wallet.
Yeah, it was your first ever sale. That's what I was
Yeah.
doing.
It cost me... It was coming up $300.
No, you've got to do it though. It's like your first time you sell on like.
so
on
what I did, I
OpenSea.
waited till Saturday early morning. It cost me like, I think it was like $200. Sold it and made like $300. So
What, after everything?
Yeah. So after like I deducted everything, I still made like $300 just because ETH was so high at the time.
On the first mint?
Yeah. It was relatively rare what we got, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
we got
super
decent.
rare.
I remember there was like different traits. So obviously
Yeah,
traits are what makes your NFT more rare or less rare. And I remember we been sat in the office and we're like, have anyone got a superhero? Anyone got a superhero?
Mate, I got the deadest one.
Yeah, you got
Like,
bad
literally the worst
ones.
one.
I think Tom got quite a few. I remember, but I think I didn't. It's that same as you. Like I went on OpenSea, which is like the main marketplace, and then it was the first time I'd ever sold an NFT. So obviously I had to pay to sort of initialize my wallet, and I was looking, I was like $250 just wasted, like gone.
But it's
I
like,
was
it's
like-
a first time transaction, so like
Yeah,
you've got to just pay that. If you want to get into the game, then you've got to pay the transaction initialization fee.
I put
So-
mine off for days though. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Mine was listed for days. No one was just picking it up, so I kept lowering it.
Pay
And
pounds.
I didn't realise. I thought, right, I'm just going to cancel this. And you have to pay for each.
It's cancelled.
Every
yeah.
time you've
Yeah.
lowered it, you have to pay for each one, don't you?
I don't think you got to do it anymore though, because obviously they changed the way the website works.
Change it all now.
But now, yeah, like it was like if you load it like 5 times and then you said I don't want to sell it anymore, you've got to cancel each one. So you're just
Yeah.
burning through
I've
money.
learned that lesson as well so many times.
Yeah,
so many times.
So and then I ended up minting. So it was like a ninja thing. I can't even remember what it was. And it was such a dead mint. It just flopped. And I listed. They were really cheap.
Yeah.
And then I listed 2 for like 0.13
Yeah.
as a bundle. Sold them. And I was on PlayStation to you, and I was like, "Oh, it's just sold. It's just sold." I made like $130. Like, bear in mind when you first start, $130
Yeah, of
is a
course.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then when you
You're
kind
just
of get
testing the
into
waters
it,
too.
$130 is gas.
Yeah,
Like,
literally. But it's
you-
still $130.
It's $130. It's nice profit.
I mean, gas was high back then. Like, it's not as high as it is.
Yeah,
it's not as
nowhere
high
near
right now
as
than
much
it
as
was right then.
You go for a mint, it's like $35.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not
Azuki's kind of revolutionised it, hasn't it?
Yeah, all the
Everyone
new
offered that
contracts.
contract. You're minting free for like $10.
Yeah, literally. They smashed it with that release.
And then I think that's when you started, wasn't it? When
Yeah, because you was like, I've just made $135. I'm on PlayStation playing like COD or Fortnite or something. And I think, oh, they just done that. Like, I'm literally playing games. And then that's when I started getting more and more into it. And then you talk about all the gas and initialization fees, and I thought, well, I don't understand any of it. So I done the same as you, hopped on a call. My very first mint, I didn't go down the road mint and stuff. I was a dirty DJ, so I used to like a lot of secondary plays. But basically, my first mint was AAA. It wasn't even a mint. I got whitelist for it. Carl got me whitelist for it, actually. A funny story, I'll tell you about it. So Carl got me whitelist for it. And then, because he was very, very new to the scene as well, he was like, oh yeah, I don't know if you should submit your wallet or anything like that. Like, I don't know if you should go for it. He's saying, personally, if it was me, I wouldn't submit my wallet because I wouldn't go after it. Because he was like, yeah, if I was in your position, I wouldn't do it. So I didn't submit my wallet. And then it comes to minting and he goes, oh yeah, whoever got whitelist for this, it's going for like 0.2 over mint. And I thought,
oh my God.
Right. And he goes, yeah, you didn't submit your wallet though, so you can't mint. And I was like, all right, nice one.
500 quid just gone.
Yeah, and this I was so new to NFTs. Like I didn't know about wallet submitting. I didn't know about mint days and all stuff like that. I was completely new to it. So then I said to him, I was like, I'm just gonna buy a secondary. Like, how do I do this? So I got on a call with Cal. I got a call with Dolan, and then you know when stuff pumps and everything's like just going crazy. Yeah. Everyone's buying, gas is going high, and AAA was pumping like absolutely. Like I was seeing like 10 sales a minute, and I thought like, guys, I need to buy this quick. Like, what do we do? Dolan and Cal was like saying, oh yeah, send this to this wallet, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on. He was like, oh, just send this amount to this wallet, and I was like, okay, I've done that. And he was like, I'll send a bit extra for gas. I was like, what's gas?
It gets intense.
I was like, guys, what's gas? I don't know what it means.
I feel like I remember you sent it. So when you're sending a transaction on MetaMask, you have slow, fast. Well, slow, medium, fast.
Yeah.
Send it on slow.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on.
You're just watching it, it's just like not going anywhere.
He was panicking because I think he sent it on slow and gas just spiked.
Yeah.
Because they really fumbled the public.
To be honest, if it's a hyped release, I just set it on high and then press speed up.
Well, they fumbled the release. They said it was going to be 0.5 for public.
Oh,
and
I
they made
remember
it 0.08 instead. So they fumbled it and gas just spiked.
Yeah.
See, I was like, all right, I'm just going to set it on slow.
I didn't know what was going on.
Because he just sent.
I was sending screenshots. So I was like, guys, what does this mean? He was like, oh, forget about that. And I was seeing all sorts of random words, and I thought, I don't know what's going on.
At the time, it's probably about $800. So you was like,
yeah, it's about $800. It was like 0.28, I think I paid in total. But that was probably one of the best investments I ever made in secondary.
How much did you both make? Because I know you both made good money on it.
Well,
so what did you pay and what did you sell it for?
I minted, so it was 0.08, so it was about 340 for 2,
including gas. Gas is
including
like transaction fee.
I'd say it was. Let's round it up to 1,000 because it's probably about that for 2. We held it for quite a while. It got to Christmas, and we ended up selling them both, didn't we, on like Christmas Eve?
But the journey to this was absolutely amazing. Like, I've never had like adrenaline rushes like this. Like you'd see like pumps, and the floor price would creep up. It wouldn't just creep up. It would go like from 0.28 to 0.5 and then 0.8. And we were on PlayStation Party like, yo guys, you watching this? Every single time it would pump, it was like, guys, are you watching this? We're gonna be so rich. We're gonna sell it for like 10 ETH. We was like, oh, as soon as this sells, I'm gonna buy an S3 and all this.
It gets real bad.
This was our first like pump. We'd never been involved in a pump.
Yeah.
So we was both sat in places like 12 o'clock. My mum was shouting upstairs, shut up. It's pumping to like 0.8.
And like it says 0.8, but like you don't realise it's like $300 per 0.1.
Yeah, so I'm like,
stupid money.
We're both like buzzing and we're like, should we just hold? And he held and it just dropped. And it was like, right.
That's when I sold. That's when I sold mine.
Was that when it was like 1? I think you sold.
I sold 0.77 I got.
No, this was before that. This was
was it?
After about a week, they just started pumping to about 0.8.
Yeah.
And we was like, right, we're just going to hold. And it's way before Christmas when we sold for 1 ETH, wasn't it?
Yeah, so like, was it through all the Twitter spaces and stuff like that? We sort of thought, right, we're just going to hold it. Yeah,
it's quite early. So they pumped to about an ETH, and we just kind of said to each other, right, if we sell for an ETH, we're going to make over $3,000, $3,000. And we thought, right, that's massive profits.
Yeah,
we're kind of like,
it's insane.
We're a bit more experienced at this point, so with 1 ETH you can do a lot.
Yeah.
With like DJ, you're a massive DJ.
Big DJ. I've lost so much and made so much.
Like, what are you doing?
No, our DMs are terrible.
Yeah.
And then Christmas, like around Christmas Eve, I think it was Christmas Day, because my mum and dad was like, asking me about it.
Same.
It went up to like 5 ETH at this point. And we're sat, I think I was messaging you and we're like, this is like 18 grand.
Bro, like, he was like, this is life changing. Like, our lives gonna change from this point forward. Like,
it's a lot. 18 grand is a massive amount.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. So then keep in mind, like, you've not even like done anything. You've literally just been sat on your computer.
Well,
That's all you've
Yeah,
done.
exactly.
Pumped even more. Did it? Went to
Yeah, I've
6
got a
ETH.
screenshot of it going to 6 ETH, and for my first investment, I thought, well, this is easy. This.
So he was like 6 ETH. It's going up. It's going up.
Yeah, we held.
It's
It
not
was like
stopping.
we're holding it till 20 ETH, we're holding it till
Yeah,
20,
yeah.
and it went down and then down.
I think you know what we was in Cirque one night with yous.
Yeah.
And SJ sold his.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
I was
remember.
refreshing.
He had a
Yeah.
good one as well.
I was like, it started pumping again. I thought, right, in a club here, went to the corner, just like checking, and I saw SJ sell his for 4.5, I think.
It's like
He
what?
sold it for a lot. and then
13,
I thought,
14,000.
I'm gonna hold out. And then Tino and Luke sold theirs for like
4.2, I sold one for, and then I sold another one when it was just rising at 1 ETH or something like that, or
Yeah,
just below that.
It was 1 ETH. And then I sold mine for 3. I ended up with $13,500 from it. Not bear in mind, before we sold, we got the Evolutions as well, which we sold for an ETH.
Oh, crazy stuff. So we got Evolution mints, we got a free mint, didn't we? We got a free
so
airdrop.
that was like part of like holding the NFT,
we
wasn't it?
got, so
That was
from
a while after. That was like, what, 6 months after, surely?
we held
No,
it for
it
a
was
while. Like we were so
90
instant
days I
community.
held it for. So it was
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
3
3
months.
months.
So
I've got bad blood with this project, so.
Yeah, we had, do you remember that? Do you remember the message that Max actually sent to us?
Not even for that, like, so when obviously it was like 0.4, wasn't it? Like, that's when it went on OpenSea because they messed up the mint.
Yeah.
So me and Milo were sat in the office and we're like, we were watching it and like we were seeing sales go up and we're like, wow, like it's worth 0.5, like we buy it for 0.4 on OpenSea, and we bought one and we split it down the middle, like we just split the whole cost. And we're like, right, we'll see what it's like. And then it didn't really move. It stayed like 0.5 for what, like a decent amount of time.
Yeah.
And then it just started going up and up and up. And then we listed ours for like 1 ETH. We're like, do you know what? We'll just list it at like 1 ETH. I think you'd sold yours at like 0.77.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we were left on the you've sold yours early there. And then Mal and I sold for like
It was pumping hard that day, though.
1 point something, right? So if we're thinking that like we've made like 0.3, 0.4 each, and like absolutely brilliant. Like I remember seeing the email come through, I was like, boom, great. And then like 10, 15 days later, it was like 4F, 5. And I wasn't even bothered about selling at the time. I was like, yeah, come on, we'll just sell it. Like, we'll just get rid of it. We'll get rid of it. And then I remember just being like sat in the office because you can't help yourself. I was just sat in the office, just looking at like 5F, thinking, yeah, it's 15 grand that.
That's 15
And
That's
I
the
remember
worst
just
thing you can
staring at
do.
Milo, I was like, I could literally have 7.5 grand for this, and
But-
I got about 1,000.
you've got to think, if you held for so talking about NFTs before on the utility, there was an airdrop. and
Yeah.
we got 2. You got 2 for holding 1,
Yeah, that's right.
and
You had to mint them though.
yeah, you had to minimum it. The gas was really low though. It was like
Yeah, yeah.
They were free.
Yeah.
It was $100 for 2.
Oh, was it a free mint?
Yeah, it was free.
Oh,
mint.
yeah.
They were really
The auction
low.
as well, didn't they?
I
The
think
evolutions.
I think it could have been you got one for free and then you had to pay for one. You
Yeah.
got whitelist, but it was
Yeah,
it was
that's
cheap.
what it was.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like 0.08, the same as the originals. Tino listed it as brick the floor.
I was the first sale. The first sale.
1
Paper
F
hand.
though, so
Yeah, 1F.
he's just made
From a free
over
mint.
$3,000 for
Yeah.
nothing.
3
From a
grand.
free mint. So I'm thinking, right, he's just lowered the floor. Right? Everyone starts lowering. I listed mine, and out of nowhere, it just sold for 1F. And I think we held it was still revealing. He just dipped
Yeah,
so
I think
hard.
I checked
Yeah.
recently. I think the floor's sitting around 0.12 or something. So we
I
make
mean,
good
it's still
decisions.
free money, even
Yeah,
if you
it's
held.
free money, but
I think that's like where, like our main bulk.
So how much did you in total? Like you spent what, 1,000 for 2,
Probably about 1,500 including the airdrop.
so 1,500 all in,
Um,
and then total how much did you make?
I think I saw my first one. It was an F. That was when F was really cheap. It was expensive. It was like 3,800 minus your fees, 10%. About 3.5. So I'm already up 2.5 there. Then I saw my next one for 3.9. I think I come out with 12,500. So I'm up like 15,500. Then I sold one of the airdrops for free for about 3.5 grand. So I'm up about 18
Just
and a half.
shy of
yeah.
like 20 grand profit.
And then I sold my next one for like I think it was like 0.4.
Just like with grand.
Probably,
Grand enough.
yeah, probably about 20 grand.
That's,
Yeah.
and you
literally.
didn't even like, you didn't do anything. Just basically literally just like, yep, I watched this. Yeah, it's great, sell it. And just on your laptop doing absolutely nothing. Just literally watching it on your phone like,
I remember posting it in the Crep Chief. Like so many people were buying them.
Yeah.
Some guy got one with the space helmet on. It was
Yeah.
worth absolutely.
They went ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One sold for about 20 ETH.
60 grand.
So if he sold this for cheap, I'd
Yeah.
probably be crying because they were like the most sought after ones.
Yeah, that's right.
Space Army ones.
I think that was
Marshmallow
my
ones,
first
wasn't
like real like, okay, I can make decent money, and then Milo just ruined it.
I think
Cheers, Milo.
in between holdings, it was 3 months. So it's like from when I started,
I mean, it's
So,
not
like,
bad still.
3 months later. So it's a good haul in 3 months. You made 20
Yeah.
grand, but in between that was like,
I mean, you got into a lot of other projects in the meantime,
oh
right? Especially Tino.
So many different projects.
yeah, you're so much worse for DJ.
I
What else
think-
have you been buying?
I think total ETH volume traded is between 30 and 40 ETH. Considering I started up with probably an ETH myself, that's quite a lot. I've been in so many different projects. The worst investments I've possibly ever made is pick someone. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard pick someone. Like this is another close story. So we was actually out in Altrincham, and the week before, I think I bought like 2 eggs, and they were unrevealed. You could choose whether to reveal them or not, and everyone was so hyped about pick someone.
You bought them at an F each.
I bought them at an F each, and they went up to 1.4 right before reveal.
So you're
Like,
think they went
4
higher than
you're
that,
like
you
4
know.
I
grand.
could
in
have
at this
made
point.
0.4 in each one, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'll just hold it. You know, pick someone that's gonna do well.
The
Kevin.
project was getting pumped hard. Wasn't it?
Kevin come about, bro. So we was in Altrincham, we was all drinking, we was chilling, and then Carl went, "Oh, pick someone's revealed." I went, "Oh yeah. Does it look sick?" He goes, "No." No, shows me a picture of
You'll have to
Kevin,
pop
bro,
up a little
of
picture
Kevin,
now.
his face on like some weird paint
was
background,
so
and I
bad.
go, it'll be fine. Shows me another one of some invisible pick someone reveal, and I go, oh no, it's not gonna go this. Or watch the sales while I'm out in Altrincham, and I go, oh, I think I'll just wait. I wake up tomorrow and it'll be fine. No, just kept dropping and dropping. I think in total on them 2 eggs, I lost about 0.5 in each one, so close to an ETH.
2.5 grand.
Yeah, it's just money. No, it don't matter. You know what I mean? it's a learning curve. But yeah, I always sell pre-reveal because it's just the most safest way, and obviously stuff's
Unless you
hype.
get a
But
real good one.
yeah, there's always that. But like,
That's what I always be scared of me. Like,
you
sell
can't do
pre-reveal.
like
You can't wait on like a good reveal, good traits, because it's like winning the lottery. You
it
got,
will
like,
it will come one day. You will get a good reveal, but
Yeah.
don't look back on projects after you've sold it because it's the worst thing you
No,
can do to yourself.
100%.
But it's 1 in 10,000, isn't it? Because most projects
Literally.
10K,
Yeah.
so it's
did you not see that Moonbird one like last week?
no.
So obviously Moonbirds came out, and it was like the biggest project for the past few months. It was like everyone was thinking it's gonna be insane, and then obviously it came out and it was instantly flipping for like 20 grand profit, like straight off the bat. And they like revealed, because obviously like they load up and like they're hidden, right, and then they reveal and you get to see like what rarity, like what you've got. And so like this guy sold it for like 10th, so he paid 2 or 2.5. So he's up like 15, 16 grand. And then it was like on OpenSea, you know, you can see like the selling activity, like for that specific NFT. And it was like 3 minutes ago sold 10th. So this guy's thinking, I've just made loads of money here. And then it revealed, and some guy like sniped it. Obviously he sniped it for 10th. Like he seen it reveal and go, bam, buy it. And it was like one of the rarest Moonbirds.
I seen
And
it.
then he got like, it was like, he got an offer for 42th 2 minutes after he paid it for it. And then he sold it.
It's like $100,000.
Yeah,
Crazy,
I
man.
think he sold it for like 60, 70.
Jeez.
So like this
200
guy
grand
that's
profit.
like just sold it for like 20 grand profit on any day, making 20 grand profit in like 5 minutes is like insane. But I guarantee you start thinking, wish I didn't mint this. Like, do you know what? I've got 20 grand, but all of a sudden like 20 to like 150 seems like nothing.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah.
the screenshot on Twitter. It's crazy. Like it shows you the sale transactions, and it's like 10 ETH and like 40 ETH. And you think, what's just happened?
It was like 1
minute,
minute,
literally.
in
3
minutes.
minutes ago.
I was sending you
1
them all
minute
day.
ago.
Like this guy's
We
just
were
bought
sen-
this one for 10F and sold it for 30. Yeah.
All day long we were just sending it because it was
Yeah.
like seeing like
Mad.
rare ones sell for like 250,000, and we were just sending it back and forth, just laughing like 250,000. Just
Yeah, I think Twitter is the best place for like memes and stuff like that, especially for projects. Twitter is one of the best places to be on, like especially for reveals. If reveals
Yeah.
rubbish, you're gonna get slated on Twitter.
Twitter kind of saved them. Pick someone, did it with Kevin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I still lost ETH. Like that's how people knew about Kevin.
is that your biggest loss? Pick someone. I hope it's your biggest loss.
Same. Well, there's one that
Wow.
we both got into PX Quest. Pretty low key. Like I think they promised a game or something, but like we both got into it. And we both lost a lot of money. Like
Yeah, we got in at 0.8, and so we bought in at 0.8 just before the public. We thought, yeah, right, public is going to be FOMO. It's just going to pump after.
Yeah.
Public happened. It just dipped, and then it revealed like 3 days later, and it went down to like 0.18.
And we just decided to just sell, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we just cut our losses.
Yeah, exactly.
Say cut our losses, it's still a sting because you're losing
a grand or two.
So
it's hard to sell because then you actually are accepting it.
Yeah.
But like, just a disclaimer, like these projects that you are getting into, we are not posting them in Crep Chief NFT.
Yeah.
Like you two are just
You're just
weird.
you are just going off and thinking, yeah, this
The
looks
worst
alright.
part is, right, you would have thought, yeah, you won't touch PX Quest again. Month later, I think. Well, to be fair, like, so obviously there's alpha and stuff in like different groups and whatnot, and someone said like these are doing 7 days of announcements. Each day is going to get like a bigger announcement, bigger collaborations and whatnot, and people were hinting at Disney, and it was PX Quest, and I thought, do I, don't I? I thought I might as well go, all out. I bought 2 of them, 0.4 each or something. And then they done the first announcement, went up to 0.5. I thought, yes, get in. I'm going to make so much money. I'm going to make back my investments that I lost. The second announcement was absolutely rubbish. It was something like no one cared about, like a book or something. I don't even remember what it was. Dipped. And I thought, I'd wait for the third announcement. Rubbish one, dipped. And then I just ended up selling for like 0.1. And I made like another 0.3 on each. Loss.
Another like 1,500 quid.
Yeah, but another learning curve. I'll probably go back to it later on. I don't know. See what's happening.
What about you, Carl? What's like your biggest loss?
my biggest loss is that PS Quest. I'm not like a massive DJ really. I'm more of a
He
goes for gambles where I'm of
He sends some dreadful stuff like dreadful.
He does.
I'll grind mints and mints and mints, and I try and get 2 or 3 for each one. Or like the best ones, the best kind of way to get whitelist on projects for me is art.
Mm-hmm.
So there's one called Ghost Projects. I think is
It's done really well. That.
So I grinded for the actual whitelist, and then I ended up getting another one.
So when you got whitelist, you got access to purchasing it.
Yeah, so you get it's
Guaranteed sale,
it's
no
like,
risk.
Yeah,
yeah. Exactly.
You
Guaranteed sale.
literally decide if you're making money or not.
So if it does well in pre-sale, you can mint flip instantly.
Yeah.
Or you can just hold it.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have like an hour, which I kind of tend to avoid.
Yes.
But some have like 24 hours. And you've got all that time to decide if you want to buy that or not. So I just got art for that. Got another mint after I already got 2.
You won the raffle, didn't you? There was like a raffle only people who minted Credento, and then you won that as well, didn't you? For Ghosts.
Nah, not on Ghosts.
Which one was that then? There's another one you get so many whitelists. I see how many whitelists you get, and I think, how's he done all this? But there's another one like basically Stapleverse. That's what it was.
Oh yeah,
Stapleverse.
So he lives
That's
on the
what it
corner
was.
from us. He lives in Altrincham.
Who, Jeff Staple?
Yeah, he's called Dan, the guy who's.
Oh, is
doing
it who does Staple?
Oh, it might be a different project that actually. That's Dan Free actually. Yeah. Sorry, different project.
So, Stapleverse. Yeah, it was on PlayStation. It came out.
It's always PlayStation. We spend so much time on that.
It was quite cheap, but I took my profits on that. I made about 0.3 on one of them, but they messed everything up. So public wasn't going ahead.
I remember sitting there thinking, trying to get it.
They give I think it was like 5,000 left, 2,005. No, I think like majority went to public. Yeah. And then they did a raffle for people who actually minted to give more a chance. And I wasn't even going to check it. I never ever win pre-mints, raffles, nothing.
Yeah.
I checked it for you, didn't I?
Tino checked it for me, just off the bat.
Yeah.
Just come up that I got it, so I just flipped it instantly.
Oh man.
But you got one because of me.
Yeah, all right. Most of our stuff happens on PlayStation, right? Like, we make so many good investments on PlayStation. We'll be in the party just chilling, not even playing games. We'll just be chilling. And then that's why I checked it for you. He was like, "Oh, just check the wallet for me." I checked it and go, "Oh, you've won." He goes, "All right, mint." I get another mint. I was like, "All right, whatever." And then I went to Doncaster the next week, and I think he randomly dropped. Was it a public mint in the community chat or something like that?
Yeah.
And you sent it to me. He was like, "Oh, I can't mint this, but try this." Tried it. I minted I think it was like was it a 10k supply or 1,000 supply, something like that. There's like a 1,000 supply for public mint, and he was like, "Oh, just try and mint this." I think I was like 989 or something like that. And you go, "Oh yeah, that's Stapleverse." I was like, "Oh, nice one." And what was the floor like? 0.
It was high. It was like 0.6 before reveal. It was you made quite a lot.
Yeah, you made me quite a lot just for like going, "Oh yeah, here's a link. Try this."
Click on the link and
Yeah, he literally went.
Okay.
He went, "Try and mint this." I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a try. Why not?"
I can't believe neither of you two have ever like missed out on.
We're
Like,
literally
looked at a project thinking, "Nah, I'm not gonna buy this," and then like 2 weeks later, you say, "All right, double money there."
Why? What's yours?
I was sat.
there we go.
This pain. This is the one that really like harrows me. I was sat in the office looking at doodles, and at the time, doodles were like what? They were like
They were 1F.
They were 1F at the time, and like they this was months ago now, like a long
back
time
in the
ago.
last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, back like a while ago, and I'd not really like put big money into an NFT project. Like I'd not
Because
done
1
that.
ETH's a lot.
Yeah, like one
It's
at the
crazy,
time
man.
that was even higher than what it is now.
When you've got 1 ETH in your account, it doesn't seem too bad. But when you're depositing 1 ETH,
yeah, it's
it's
like,
like 2.5 grand.
boom.
Yeah,
That's
it's
when you
crazy.
feel it.
But I was like looking at this. I was looking at it for time. I hadn't really joined the Discord. The one thing I liked about it was just the art. Like I just loved the way they looked. I thought they're so cool, and it was like
you showed me like 3 or 4. You
Yeah, I
was
was
like,
showing
should
you-
I buy this one or this one or this one?
I was just showing like they're so good. But I knew like in myself I probably wasn't gonna put that money because I hadn't really tested the waters properly, and with that kind of money in an NFT, and I just didn't do it, and it was like 1 ETH at the time, and then they dropped to like points. No, I didn't buy. They went up to put 1.4, and then they dropped because I seen a couple people bought them. And I was like, lost money there. And I was like, oh, well, happy I didn't do that. Like, great. And then now the what? They went up to like 8 ETH, and at that time I was like, there's another one. Like that was a load of money because you start thinking like, if I just said yeah, click the button, I'd have had it, and I'd now be sat on like 10 ETH. I remember sending one. This green one, and I sent it to my girlfriend. I was like, "What do you reckon about this? Like 2.5 grand." Like,
Asking your girlfriend what.
Is
what
this
she
our
thinks.
holiday?
there was like the price was in it, and she just replied like, "That is £3,000 or like 2 and whatever it was, like 3,000."
So she's to
was-
blame.
She was like, "That's 3 grand." Like, because she obviously don't know like loads, but like this was the very start. She's like, "That's 3 grand," and my only principle for buying it was I like it. Like I just like the way it looks. Like nothing about like anything behind it, what the project's doing, like the team, nothing other than
The
I like the look
artwork,
of this.
Yeah.
And now they're like
Thought-
20 ETH, so
So they're
they're-
about 14, 15 now.
they went to
about
like
50.
18.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. They shot up.
But
Call them 15 for the sake of numbers. That's what, like 30, 35 grand.
yeah, but you'd probably make even more with that because with Doodle Alpha,
Yeah.
you get a lot of whitelists.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
exactly.
mean, just salt in
And
the
you've got
wound.
the
Like,
alpha
I'd probably be about 50 grand up by now.
I've spoke to people Doodles who bought Doodles, and they've said they made the money back and some
yeah.
purely off whitelists.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's
So
not
It's
just
not
the
quite as
investment
bad
of it
as
pumping.
so. What, a couple of months ago I said we should buy a mutant ape. So we'll split it 4 ways. That's when it's at 20 ETH.
yeah, but at the time, like even
Regardless,
so,
I said we should buy one.
think how much money 20th like 20th like 40
Yeah,
grand.
so all
and Will's in the office going.
4 of us was
"Split this 10
involved.
grand
We was
each."
ready, and Max was like, "No,
no,
I'm
'cause
not buying it."
I had a decent portfolio and whatnot, and I thought, do you know what? I sort of believe in all these projects to outperform a quarter of the gains of Mutant Ape.
That Smiles was one of them.
Yeah.
Smiles was
Smiles.
Smile-
Let's bring
instead,
that up.
that
Let's bring
was
Smiles up.
my exact reason for not doing it. Like that was the reason I was like, nah.
But
I'd
instead,
back this way
Smiles
more.
halved in value,
That-
and Mutant Ape Yacht Club
Mutant
doubled.
Ape's now
Was
40
that
plus
Smile?
plus Ape coin. So yeah, I'd been up another 15 grand there.
It was that Smiles.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
That Smiles, what you said, was better than that Angry Ape Army as well.
Yeah,
we had that
Mark's-
massive argument.
Mark said Smiles is going to reach 5 ETH. I've got the screenshots.
I know. I
I'm
was
ready to provide
backing
it.
so much.
He said it's going to reach 5 ETH. Angry at Palmer is going to reach 0 or something like that.
I went home the other week, and my mum was like, she was talking about NFTs, right? You know the like the TV show Loose Women.
Yeah.
She was talking about that. She
Good
was like,
shot.
yeah, these people are talking about like NFTs. Like
That's,
these
you know, it's
old,
mainstream.
She's like, these old ladies. And she's like, what are they about? And I was telling her about them. She was like, can you make money on that? And them? I was like, yeah, you can make money, but like you can lose money. She's like, well, what do you mean? And like I'd never spoken to NFTs. And I said, well, I had these 2 Smiles, and they went to like 2.5 ETH each. So I had 5 ETH all in 2. So I said like, it's probably like 12, 13 grand or something like that. And she was like, wow,
It's crazy.
13
It's
grand. And I
crazy,
was like,
man.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
mad.
that like obviously like the market changes and prices go up, prices go
These
down.
on technical terms sound
And now-
fancy, but you don't. You just
it was
down
like-
bad.
Probably got like 2-3 grand in them now. And she's like, but they were 13. I was like, yeah, but you know, like they'll go back up and like it's fine.
They'll go
it's
back
fine.
up.
We've all
To be
been
honest,
there.
I think Smiles was quite a big factor for us getting into it as well because
Smiles was the first like
Will Dolan, he pulled an absolute
He did.
Yeah,
he pulled
shout
a
out.
belter in there.
He sold it early though, didn't he?
He pulled
A
a
gold
gold
one.
He pulled
He
a
did.
gold one.
Pulled
and
the
they were,
gold
like,
one.
mega rare. How much did he sell it for?
So he sold it for like 10 grand or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it's like 18 grand or something.
He sold it quite early, but he still made a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
Do you see the sales when they were pumping for gold ones?
nah.
Like 60, 70 grand.
And then we was like, wow. a 16-year-old has just made
Yeah,
$18,000.
We was like-
16-year-old.
It was like, if that was us, that would have changed our lives. Imagine a 16-year-old who's still in college or got an apprenticeship and whatnot. That's crazy stuff.
And then about a week later, you got those Jadu hoverboards. Do you remember them?
Yeah, you were on about them really badly.
They were like 5 ETH. So
No, but
again,
it was their reveal process, wasn't it? It's like the rubbish ones revealed first, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then the rarer ones didn't reveal. So like if you held and yours still wasn't revealed, you was guaranteed a good one. But it was a risk, wasn't it? But I think he just ended up selling, I think. Or did he hold?
Nah, hell. So we
Yeah.
was like, Will, just sell, like, you're 16 and you made 18 grand last week. You've literally got $18,000 sat there and you don't want to sell. He was like, if I get a 1 of 1, it's like 300 F, which the odds weren't that bad.
Yeah,
They were bad because they were like 1 in 2,000.
Yeah.
But
1 in 2,000.
but 1 in 2,
Pretty good odds then.
but 1 in 2,000, you think, right? You could either sell now for.
I'd
It's
never-
18 grand in it.
I'd
but,
never fancy my chances on 1 on 2,000.
But he
For
could have got
18
like a
grand.
1 of 1. But he ended up waiting. Got a bit of a shitter. I say shitter. He still sold it for like 2 ETH, but
I think that's
So
like
5 grand.
still like he's 16 making like just made like
So this kid's just made what, 25 grand ish
yeah. So
in 2
like,
weeks.
Will was like a big part of like kind of pushing
100%.
me into NFTs with.
because you've seen that money just
Cause I
being
saw a
like
16-year-old doing.
And
I
the
thought,
thing is, he was helping us out when we were joining. The 16-year-old was like, oh, the gas is this and all sorts. He was explaining how
so-
Young kids
OpenSea
get it though.
works.
Young
So
kids
I'm-
actually
yeah,
kill it.
definitely.
Yeah.
But I think it's because like they brought up with like FIFA packs,
Yeah.
Fortnite skins, Call of Duty stuff, like like Counter Strike.
Basically NFTs
Like,
without
yeah,
a
like,
currency
they're-
tied to it.
They're literally like, they're in tune with the fact of like you can have different things in games which can like change the appearance but obviously they're not worth anything. The games like FIFA cards aren't worth anything.
say
Really.
that, but you pull
But
a
like-
Messi, you can sell it for.
But like NFT, like not like
It's nothing
NFTs,
like
right?
what you're gonna make.
So
Yeah,
like but they kind of see like they can like you just said like they'd probably pay like if someone got like Team of the Year Messi,
Yeah,
you'd probably
funny
think
story now,
I'd
actually.
pay for that. And NFTs literally just like it's literally like FIFA cards are basically NFTs. Like that's basically what they are.
Like when I was in high school, I actually parked like when you start a new account at FIFA, you got like an ultimate pack or something. I parked Ronaldo on one. I ended up selling the account for like £100.
That's
Right.
literally like
Yeah,
an
it's
NFT,
literally-
right?
Yeah.
Like that's basically what it is.
One of my
It's just
boys packs
ownership.
Pele, and he went for like a grand on eBay or something.
Yeah.
Selling your account.
Because you can just sell your account, so people actually buy it.
Probably had absolutely no idea at the time like that was an NFT because it basically is you got
Essentially, yeah.
no idea.
Same thing.
You've got games now, haven't you? You've got play to earns where
Yeah, that's a big thing now that's coming about.
Play to earn ones.
Play to
Like
earn
Axie
games,
Infinity is
yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
NFTs.
biggest one.
Talking about games, did you hear about Raid Party, was it?
Raid party.
Yeah.
Raid Party.
Yeah.
So me and Carl got the OG whitelist. We got like 3 mints or something when it finally released. But we've been in it since the start. And that game, that honestly, the tease is releasing.
Soul Splice is that, not Raid Party.
Soul Splice is that same one, but yeah, we got OG, we got like 3 whitelist mints. We've seen all the teasers, we've seen all the avatars that were dropping. Everyone was so hyped for it, but it just didn't mint out. And it's so weird seeing projects that are fully developed, like Soul Splice is not mint out, but you see like these memes, like what was
Irene Dow.
Irene Dow.
Exactly.
Like
Do
that.
you remember that one?
and that Frank that you showed us the other day.
Frank, yeah.
What
how-
was that one you bought of that bald guy and sold it for profit?
What was the one after Pixel?
Oh mate,
Steve, that was.
there've been
Oh,
so
the
yeah,
Kevin-
there've been so many
Kevin ones are
yeah.
hilarious.
Kevin went mad. What was
Yeah,
that?
I
up
bought
to?
Kevin
Like 2,
motherfuckers
3
I think they're
because
called.
people was promoting it and stuff.
That was one we capitalised on. What one of the
Was it the Kevin one with the Kevin motherfuckers or something?
yeah, the MFs or something.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
art is terrible. But
Yeah.
There's literally but the thing is there's like barely any utility behind it. There's literally nothing much behind it.
Just
But
hype.
because everyone sort of like gets in it together and everyone just like, do you know what, we're gonna do something, like everyone gets into it. Almost like the community becomes the thing that you want to be a part of it. So
Yeah,
people just
literally.
like, yeah, like, I want to be in it, and everyone's like, it's like a cool place to be as well because you're in that like the chats and stuff.
But surely, if you get into a Kevin or a Frank, it's not going to last for long.
You,
Yeah,
you
the
know,
Kev-
the community is not going to be good at all
like,
as well.
It's
that,
like we all
like-
might make a few bags, but
Yeah.
it's not going to last
Yeah,
more than 2 weeks.
we minted some like random D-Riv of MFs and it was like a meme and we ended up making like
But the
point
8
one.
ones, I think it was.
I can't
Oh,
remember.
I
what it was,
remember
but
that, I
awful,
remember that.
though.
There were so many different ones of them.
But I think
think-
they had utility as well. Like I think you could stake them. I think they ended up releasing it, and then you could stake them and earn coins. But coins didn't mean anything. Like you just pumped them for no reason, so you sold them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
there's
maybe, like,
there's
point
plenty
one,
ones
it's
that
a
you
bit
can
of a
stake
shitty.
now and they give you like decent stuff.
See that one the other week for you get paid for walking basically. No, so
Can't say I've.
people are literally cruising about making like hundreds of dollars. Just
Can't say
because
I've
that's
seen
the utility.
How does
of
it
the
track
NFT.
where you're walking though?
I don't know. I guess same way like Maps does and stuff.
I think the biggest play to earn at the moment is Cool Pets, isn't it?
People
put
are,
you can
Oh,
play the
mate, that
games
went
now,
huge.
can't you? From
What's the game? Do you know?
thought you
you do
complete,
like quests and you earn milk.
Like Pokemon kind of vibe, or
I've not even saw the game. You just do quests. I think you can do 10 a day.
mm-hmm.
I'm not quite sure what the value of one milk is, but I think you can earn a couple of thousand a day.
yeah,
So I don't, not a couple of thousand like dollars, like
yeah,
a couple of
whatever
thousand milk.
tokens what they got. Yeah.
Oh,
Or
okay.
milk is that their token?
Yeah, milk
Oh,
itself.
sweet.
It's like people say, sell the cow, keep the milk. Oh, look, sell the milk, keep the cow. That's literally what it is.
But I think I don't know. It's like,
I think
could
that's
be
what.
like $30 a day, something like that. Which
Yeah.
is $30 a day for doing
nothing.
something for 5 minutes,
like an
playing a
extra
little game
9.
for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
It's-
An extra like 12 grand a year.
What is like,
Like
like an
that.
actual game you can actually play
Yeah,
against
you
other
do.
people, or just like
No, it's just like quests. I think it's just like random. Little
right.
bits.
So all right, so that's different to what. So Dice the Apes, they're doing a thing where they're releasing missions. You can go, you can stake your apes, and they go on missions and they bring back scrap, which is like their token. That's not like anything similar to that, is it?
No, it's you physically play the game. So like, I don't know if you can play on your phone. Like, you go on your computer and you would just do a quest, whatever it is.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean, because Farmland, you ever heard of that? Farmland have got some like, online game you can play. You can farm crops and whatnot. You can sell it. So that's like play to earn, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
it's like you said, raid party before. Raid party is a play to earn which massively flopped. Well, I was shilling everywhere saying it's going to be next big thing. I was saying to
Raid
everyone.
Party,
I
wow.
think I said to everyone, if you
Raid
get,
Party did well, no?
Their release
At
though
the
was
start.
so
it's like
bad.
I think it's like 0.19 now. I think
At the
Mint was
start,
really
it did
high.
pretty well. I've seen people like, because they were doing like the maths and things like, if you have like these 3 things and like you play the game and you stake them, you can be earning like this. And I like for it, like it was a few months ago and people were saying like it was doing quite well.
I think the heroes might. No, the heroes are still under mint now. I think.
Changes so fast.
You got like another part of it which is like it's like 0.2. I was gonna buy one. I think I'm still in 2 minds of buying one. I just need to look into it a little bit more. But
Yeah.
But their actual release method was so bad. Like, we spent ages grafting into, because basically to get whitelist or to get a chance to get whitelist, you had to get these points, didn't you? You had
That's
to
awful.
share it, you had to join through Discord, you had to share it to your friends so they could sign up and whatnot. And we was like sort of jigging the system, like making fake accounts and getting loads of extra points. But their system to get whitelist was like a raffle, or like you had to roll a gambling machine
Yeah, it
and
was a
basically you could
gambling
choose.
machine.
Yeah, you get chosen to get whitelist. But we spent so much time, so many hours trying to get these points just to get whitelist for it to be like a gambling machine, and it was so pointless.
Yeah.
And there was it 3 ETH mint or 2 ETH
Yeah,
mint?
it was
Yeah,
so
it was- but
ridiculous.
you got like
It was
it was way different though to no one's, right? Like usually you mint and you get like 1 NFT, but then with that you got like a pack or something. Like you
Yeah.
could get like a pack of like fighters or whatnot for the game.
I
Because that
think-
confused me at the
I
start.
think the price went off. They did like an auction, and the auction went to 5 ETH, and whatever the final auction price was, the mint price was half of that.
Or is that the
So
word?
it was
Great way to
ridiculous.
show the
Yeah.
value of your project.
And you could.
That's what imaginary ones have done today.
Is that what they've done?
Well, it's done half a floor price. So the floor price went to 1.5 ETH and now it's 0.75.
I've saw it before. A few people do Dutch auctions, don't they? So
Yeah.
Dutch auctions
UK.
happen before whitelist. So
Yeah.
say it
They're a
starts at
real
0.5
weird
and
way
then-
to release.
I think
them.
it's a pretty good way to be fair because it sells for what the value, usually it sells for what
But
the
always
project
leaves
should be
people that
worth.
like, you say like you really believe in a project, and like say, so obviously a Dutch auction starts at one price, and then it decreases by however much over time intervals, right? So like it decreases by 0.1 for 6 hours, so I guess 0.1 or whatever.
Yeah.
But like say you like really believed in a project, and then you're gonna be like, right, I'm gonna mint it straight away, and you mint it. It's like what we did with.
Well, a lot of them do
we
that,
did it
but they
with
also do
robots.
whatever the final price is. That's what everyone pays.
Yeah,
so that's
but
what
like
the one was yesterday.
if you really believe in it, then it just like doesn't sell out straight away. The people
Yeah.
that really believe in it gets done. Like with robots,
If they don't do that, yeah.
you both got in robots, right?
I don't.
I
You
didn't,
didn't.
but I saw it. Didn't they not give a refund note to like?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So like we pushed it like
But they didn't
huge.
announce that before.
Yeah.
We pushed it huge in NFT. Like we partnered up with them. We got loads of wireless
We
spots.
had
Like
over like 100
yeah,
wireless
like
spots. total.
so many members got wireless, like loads. And then so wireless was, I think it was $2,000 for public, and then wireless got half of that, so it was $1,000, right? So then we both
I took an L.
Yeah, I didn't get one either on whitelist actually because it was like sold it straight away.
Yeah.
And then on public, we both were like, right, we're gonna get it, and we both got one, right? I got one.
$2,000.
$2,000,
Yeah.
and it was a Dutch auction, so it started at $2,000, and then it decreased over X amount of time. So we were like straight in there 2,000, and then it just didn't sell. Like no one, like nobody was buying.
It sold half the supply.
Yeah,
and
like
it stopped.
It just stopped completely. I remember being like, I can't remember where I was going. I think I was Saturday. And I was looking. I was like,
that night.
I was like, nice one. Like there's $1,000 gone. Oh, we went to Aldi, didn't we? And then they just turned around and were like, right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the supply. We're gonna cut it now. We're gonna sell them all at 1,000, and if you paid more than 1,000, we'll refund you the difference.
All right.
So I got like the 1,000 refund, and then so I had like this $1,000 unrevealed NFT that's completely different to a normal. Like obviously you can gamble with them, you can stake them, you get rewards. Like it's completely like that NFT concept is so different to like everything else.
It had a lot of big people behind it.
Yeah, it had like a lot of big
people.
people behind it, and I think I sold my unrevealed one for like 1.8k.
I think talking about Dutch auctions, they've kind of been shunned upon now, haven't they? It's
A
kind
little
of.
bit.
I think the last one I saw what went okay was Murray.
What more? It was so great.
That one that Ragnarok did well.
The
right?
Ragnarok yesterday, yeah.
Okay.
That was
Is that coming
0.7.
back a little bit? I can't remember. Something big happened with Dutch auctions, didn't there?
To be fair though, you say that, but like Ragnarok yesterday, 0.7, now floor, and that's 2.5 F. The one today, Imaginary Ones, I'm not sure what that actually is, but that was starting 0.7 Dutch auction.
I've seen some FUD with imaginary ones actually. Something
So
to do
did
with the
I.
owner
Very
was in like
similar
a
to
previous
Big
role.
Friends.
Scammers.
Yeah.
But like that's gonna be happening with all the big projects, I guess, like that. I thought Imaginary Ones would do better though, but it was going for like 1.5. So
It's
you
been too
make
long,
you're still making like
in my opinion.
you're still making like $2,000 because I was thinking it's
Yeah.
gonna go to like 10, like Invisible Friends did. But like you said, they dragged it out for
How long have they been pushing
basically
that?
since the first like this. I think it was like back end of last year or start
Yeah,
of this
it
year.
must have been December.
They've been like pushing it
November,
all the way
December.
through. And they had like 500,000 verified
Yeah.
I think
followers.
quite a lot of projects are doing that, aren't they? Like MSC, that was hyped for so long, and
Too
it
long
was so
at that
hyped,
point.
and it
Just
just
release it.
it dropped, and it just did nothing.
Yeah.
Like people were killing them, killing themselves working for MSC.
Yeah.
It was such a hard graft. I didn't even bother with it because it was so hard, and it just flopped. Like you made a little bit of money.
Do you reckon like all those projects from like December, January, not like really big, they're all in that like they took all their inspiration for the project based around what was like in trending NFTs at the time. Like
Yeah.
at that time, like obviously Imaginary Ones was like this really high resolution, well animated like figure basically. That's pretty much like the actual NFT itself. And then obviously all that like the roadmap and all the utility and all like the purpose of owning it was based on what was in trend back in December, January. But then since then, like we were just talking about all the play to earn games, like everything's gone play to earn. There's like actual now like games, like huge things being developed. It's like those projects that were good at the time that had done unbelievably well. Now they just don't do well.
Well, we was in a bull then as well, weren't we? And now we're in a bear market, and it's
I
all
don't know,
these
you know.
projects. What would have dropped in like a couple of months ago? They would have killed it back then.
Yeah.
Soul
Now we're in a bear.
Spices,
It's just
yeah.
not. It's
about
not
what's
doing
trending
much.
right now, isn't it?
Memes are just selling out. That's what it is.
And I think people have got a lot more like NFTs are completely decentralized. Like they're completely their own thing. They're not controlled by anything. But I think like now there's a lot more of like a general like community standard. Like you can do these things, you can't do these things. Like so there's like all these projects they don't really like we were talking about it. I can't remember who we were talking about. Like saying like 12 months ago, this was like the okay thing to do. Like you could do all this.
Yeah.
We were in a meeting the other day, but like now people, it's just not that it's more like the people that are involved in NFTs sort of make sure the space grows well and like regulate so that there's no like bad players. Like they're really like I think everyone in it, like a lot of the big ones, they're actually really focused on actually like making sure everything goes smoothly rather than letting people come in, like walk away with a load of money and not do anything.
We've got a lot of people calling them out, like NFT Ethics on Twitter. They've called out a lot.
Yeah, they call out a lot
There's a few
of
accounts like that now.
Don't trust that account too much,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
because
exactly.
some of the
No,
stuff
it's
they
like-
post is just a bit.
Yeah, it is, but you've got a lot of
So
people.
there's going to be
looking
fraud
out
on
for-
every single
It's always
project.
good though
That's a
when there's
given.
stuff like that though, because you obviously then you can look into it yourself as well. Like,
Do you know what it's a bit like? Do you remember back in the day, you used to have like Yeezy Bust or some guy on like YouTube, or he was on Instagram, he used to bust like fake shoes, and that was a trend that like everyone used to watch him, everyone used to subscribe to him, everyone like bought his merch and whatnot. I feel like that's the same sort of thing in like NFT spaces. There's always going to be someone who sort of proves, oh, like, this guy's a scammer, or this guy does
Jumps
rug
on the back of
pulls.
someone else.
It's that sort of role. Like, there's always going to be that role in whatever community you're in.
That's a
I think
given,
that like negativity almost like is a really good thing though,
Yeah.
because like it's like in NFT, before we post a project, it could look amazing. Like, we'll just try and find why it won't be, because like you never really know. Like, if it goes wrong, you'd rather like I've done your absolute best to try and make sure like the whole thing about the project's vetted, because like it's still completely decentralized.
Mm-hmm.
So like those like people that are calling projects out and saying like this could be this, instead of people just like blindly walking in and going, yeah, like this looks great, everyone says it's great, I'll just buy it. It at least makes them go like, oh, do you know what? I'll just have an extra look. Like, I'll try and find out if what they're saying is true. Because then, you know, if it's not true, that's sweet. But
I think a big thing in NFTs is you do your own research, don't you?
yeah, massively.
Yeah.
You don't
It's pushed a lot.
just
Everyone says that, but I never do my own research.
unless it's a
I'd
DJ.
never
You've
do
got
it.
to, you're spending your money at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You're not spending anyone else's.
Unless it's a DJ when you have no time and you need to buy that like right there and
Unless
then.
Tino drops in your DM saying,
Yeah.
buy this.
So
Yeah.
as soon as Tino says,
As soon as I send you a
might do
message,
it.
I ping
Soon
you
as-
say buy this now.
buy a PX Quest,
But then I
lose
put
$2,000.
and then I put not financial advice, do your own research.
But I mean, like with mints and stuff, doing your own research and so if someone says something, you bound to look
Yeah.
at you.
100%.
So
If you're
it's
doing
a
like,
big thing.
say you're trying to get like, you're actively trading, you're getting into loads of projects, going off your own back, like on your own and researching 10 different things. Like, key man, you've got to go through everything, right? Like, if you really want to look into a project, you've got to go through everything. Like, going through the Discord, through the socials, the website, like try and find every piece of information you can. Doing that like completely on your own is so difficult because there's so much, right?
Yeah, endless stuff.
I think that's what drew me to Angry Ape Army, going back to that, because the two owners, John Park and Emmanuel Shiu, they're both huge artists in Hollywood. So just before Angry Ape started, John Park had just finished Avatar 2.
Yeah.
So we obviously knew he was like big and he's not going to scam people. And then I got talking to John in DMs. He followed me and we spoke loads about like my concerns, and everything cleared up and it ended up making so much money. But I think that's a big thing in NFTs. You need
Reassurance.
Yeah.
Right?
and you need people being open. Like, you see all these projects where the owners aren't doxed and they just run away with the money.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
like,
docs, but they were nobody, or like they've got nothing to like.
There's no credibility.
Yeah,
behind them.
exactly. Like, it doesn't matter if they lose it all.
Weirdly
They've got $3
enough,
in the bank or
do
something.
you know House, like how big House is and Murray and all that?
yeah.
Their actual team aren't doxed. Like, they say they've got people from Netflix, Disney, and on all
They
sorts.
never do though.
No
ever,
one
never
knows.
do.
Like, no one's revealed themselves, but their community is so driven and strong. Like, anything that House does is just, it bangs. Like, Murray obviously touched like nearly 2 ETH at one point.
Well, that's a nightmare as well. What we had.
Oh yeah, Murray. Yeah, we both been in Murray. Like, we both got whitelist. And funny story, actually, we tried to find a bypass, and you guys clocked this when we were transferring all the stuff.
You both said to
Yeah.
us, nah, like, we're not doing anything. And I was literally like, because obviously on like NFTs and like your wallets and stuff, it's basically like having a public bank statement. Like, I can go on your wallet unless
Yeah.
you try and hide it and find everything you've ever done. Like, I
You
can
can't
find
hide
the exact
anything.
Well, mine's pretty
day.
hidden.
Not from us now.
You like, and I remember like obviously looking at your wallets and that, and I remember seeing like, Tino and Cal like sending
It was-
things back and forth, saying like,
Tino
what's
and Luke,
going on?
wasn't it? It was. I didn't really do it as much. It was Tino. You
Yeah.
just
Getting
clock
passed
Tino
about
and
this
Luke.
NFT.
Yeah.
We knew what he was doing, so,
So
I
what-
messaged you, and you're like, nah.
So what we was doing was we were sending this house pass to a wallet, getting whitelist, and then sending it to another wallet and doing it with accounts, and didn't work.
Yeah,
It
no,
just
no.
didn't
But
work.
basically, like, so Carl got whitelist for Murray
Worth a
through.
try.
He got whitelist through Murray for like a giveaway or something, you know, I can't remember what it was. And then I was looking into it, and you buy this pass, you can get whitelist for Murray yourself. So I bought it, and then it grants you a roll, and then I put it into my ledger, and then I seen I still had the roll. I thought, I might be onto something here. And then I sent to my ledger, obviously, and then I logged into a Discord through a different account, I connected my wallet through ledger, and then I got the roll again. And I thought, hold on a minute, I've got 2 accounts with 2 whitelist rolls. I think I've found a bypass here, because my initial thought is they'll submit like a channel saying whitelist submit like for your wallets, and I thought if they do that cash, long story short, it ended up being like a snapshot for the wallets who own the pass.
Yeah.
But if you look in this actual NFT pass, you'll see 40 different transactions all between our different accounts.
I remember seeing it go back and forth.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like if you go onto it, I'll have to send one of you the links or something. But
Yeah,
I'm not selling that. You scroll down. I wasted so much in gas just transferring that easily. 0.25 just transferring it in gas. But yeah, if you just scroll through, you see all the different transfers and whatnot. But
I mean, if it worked, you would have made a bag.
yeah, we were saying this.
Stupid amount. That's
Saying this game was on PlayStation. We was like, oh yeah, if this works, we're all getting S3s, we're all doing this, we're all buying houses. We was planning that whole life in front of it.
I think I had like 15 whitelists and then one legit whitelist. So I was thinking, right, it went to like 1.9 ETH at one point. It would have been like,
Oh my god.
25F.
But
That's
literally,
stupid money.
we were
For
talking about
0.2,
dream cars and all that. We was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're gonna buy this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna make more money. And I thought,
Lambo.
it didn't work.
Literally.
Come to midday
You
and we
couldn't
was
even
like,
hide
oh.
it when you was
But
doing it as
the
well.
thing is with Murray as well, did you see they just rise and fall within an
I
hour?
didn't see it.
Right, so we minted and it didn't really do that well off. It did. It went to like 0.7 and we minted for 0.15. So you're still looking at good profits. And the sales were consistent for hours and hours and hours, like 200 an hour. Wasn't moving in price. And then suddenly, about 10 o'clock, just started rising faster and faster and faster. And we was like, should we just sell it? It's like 1.5. We made well over any profit.
The thing is, though, it was on PlayStation again. Like, it's no PlayStation store. It was both in the party. Like, what is happening? I've never seen this many sales. It was
You do just
crazy.
sit all day just
No,
playing like PS5
Honestly,
games,
we don't even
making
play games.
It was
thousands.
ridiculous, and it got to like 1.9 ETH. And we saw that someone verified had bought it, and it come up Steve Aoki had bought it.
Oh no way.
Steve Aoki had bought
Yeah,
it.
he's a big fan of doodles as well.
And
Yeah.
we went in Murray chat. Steve Aoki's just bought, sell. Not joking, 5 minutes max. It was down to like 0.8. It had gone down a
I've seen
whole
that before.
F.
Like it's
crazy.
like occurs like every project he gets in, boom. Dead
I
straight
can
away.
imagine that's what happens when you're so big and you can't hide it.
I was lucky though. Someone had put an offer on my thing for 1.2. Took it straight away.
Yeah.
That guy just got
Yeah,
got left.
the thing is though, he put an off. I had a trait where he put like offers on like 5 of them. Everyone accepted it because it wasn't even a good. It wasn't
That
rare.
good, yeah, yeah.
It was a rubbish one.
Okay.
So he's got dumb flight.
Yeah, I looked at it as well. I thought, right, he's got quite a few offers out on it. He had like 20 in wrapped ETH. He had like 20 ETH in wrapped ETH.
40 grand.
And everyone accepted it for like 1.2 when it was 0.8.
Oh my god.
We made a lot of money off Money of the Life. What did we mint out? Was 0.15. That was a Dutch auction again. So they done wireless mint. Well, they done public mint first, and it was a Dutch auction, and then whatever it finished at, half was wireless mint. So I think mint was 0.15.
I think after selling at 1.2, I probably made about 0.95.
Yeah,
So
because
like 3 grand.
I minted and I sold at 0.9, bought it back in at 1, sold at 1.4. Sorry, so I think I made well over an ETH or something like that just from one wireless mint alone. And that was from the pass, which the pass itself costs an ETH, and then it's still worth like 1.2 ETH, 1 ETH or whatever it is. So I've made an ETH just off holding that.
So we made about 3 grand each off that.
And then I've also got another
Dropping
project which
figures,
can.
lads. 3 grand, 3 grand.
But honestly, we've lost so much. Like we're far from experts. Like
Yeah,
we say all this, but we're as like
It's trial and error though, right?
you go
Like,
yeah.
you go 1 step forward, you go 2
Yeah.
steps back. Like
Sometimes.
if you're doing like you doing just on your own, like yeah, I'd buy this. Why
It's
not?
when you start jumping about with the DJing players. That's when you start
I
losing
don't
money.
really do them as much. So I've
You-
not. I've
he
limited
is
my loss. He's
dreadful
been
for
I'm
it.
ridiculous.
bad friend.
Like so, Will tell me like we'll be sat in the office and like Tino's saying buy this, and I was like, no, not going near it. Like you send some bad stuff.
you there's a way you can look on your project you've been in, but I think if you go on your MetaMask itself, it shows you how many different assets you've owned. But if you go on OpenSea, it doesn't. So if you go on MetaMask, I scroll through, right, I can just keep scrolling and keep scrolling and keep scrolling, and it'll show how many stuff I've bought, and it's absolutely. I think it's well over like 50 projects. I'd say.
I bought some duds as well.
Will bought. We did like a podcast with CEO Cast,
Yeah,
and we like on the podcast we bought like just to show like how easy it is to buy NFTs and stuff. We bought an Adidas one. It was like 1 ETH at the time. I think like 1.2 ETH, and we bought it on the stream. And then obviously like sort of straight after, because we already had one, like we sort of just sold it.
Yeah.
And then I think now they're like 2 ETH.
Really? So you've already just held it.
But like 2 ETH, right? Like I think a lot of people just think, it's just 2F, 0.1, 0.2, like 2F. I looked at, I looked at it the other day. I was like, that's $5,000.
Yeah, but you become so desensitized to what actual money is. It's just numbers and just
Like,
points
if
this
you
and
got
points
like
that.
1 F in your wallet or something, like it is very easy to just go, like, yeah, 0.1. It's only 0.1.
Yeah.
And then you
Spend 0.1 in
realise
gas
it's
and
like,
whatnot, you
yeah,
think it's no issue.
I think when you're spending it, it's a lot easier. But when you make like 0.1, you're like, oh yeah, like I've just made 250 quid.
Not
there.
even that, because I chase the big bags. Like if
Yeah, I
I
think
make
that's the part that
0.1, I
kills you,
think
though.
it's not an equal, is it? And do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? And if I'm
I
selling,
love my 0.1s, mate.
I don't enjoy it. I really don't enjoy it. Like, I think, oh, it's not an ETH. Like, you know, I'm gonna hold it until
You
it
just
reaches
want to
an ETH.
chase that
$300.
And that's why I miss out on so many pumps, because I'm holding stuff expecting 1 ETH profits, and it's just like, do you know what I
I
mean?
think that's
It's
the difference
$300, isn't
between
it?
you. I like taking my 0.1s and stuff.
Yeah.
I withdraw quite a lot as well. I've withdrew.
You de-risk a lot though. You buy multiple, sell whatever to cover the risk itself, and then you hold the moon bag, don't you?
Yeah, I love de-risking. Is if you get two, you get two for 0.2. The floor's 0.2. I sell one. It's more or less free. Innit?
Yeah.
It's the most logical way to do it.
Right,
I
well,
think with
why-
NFTs, like a lot of people just like, because obviously you've seen things like Doodles, Bored Ape, Mutinate, Moonbirds, Azuki. Like you've seen all these projects, and like with like Azuki, where it was like 2F Dutch auction, right?
Yeah, 2 ETH.
Sells out, so you 2F, you $4,000 in.
Wasn't
And
even
then
instant sell out.
They went to what, 30 plus the airdrop, the 2 beans. You could sell them for like 5F at a go. So like you're probably walking away, well, conservative with like 70-80 grand profit, maybe it's around that figure, right? If you had an Azuki, you probably made like 60,000-70,000.
Yeah,
And like, so you're seeing like 10,000 people, or I think Azuki was 20,000, right?
not sure. I've got a
Supply.
story about Azuki.
Here we go, boys.
I can't remember if it was
We're
10 or
claiming the
20,000, but like
You
you've
claimed
seen
it.
thousands of people make 80 grand.
Claimed.
We'll claim it
Got
now.
it.
I'm going to claim it.
Let's do it.
Get my
I'm going to
size,
claim it
get my
live.
size.
Claim your merch live now. Let's go.
It'll resell that.
Yeah, how much does it
Like,
resell?
base stuff.
All,
like,
yeah,
it's-
all the board out like basketballs and that.
I'm
What's
pretty,
it?
I'm pretty sure.
That's like CCN stuff, though, isn't it? Like physical stuff
Oh,
reselling.
physical
Well,
stuff.
you can get it. You can get base stuff graded.
Like eBay.
eBay.
Mate, it's, I think
No,
I think it's on StockX.
I
You know?
don't
I
know.
think some of the board ape stuff might be
yeah,
on
it
StockX.
is. Both.
Oh, CCN. I'd take my experience in NFT. I'd take my profits on NFT, and then I'd jump into CCN and I'd sell there as well. So I got both.
We can only claim one, boys.
Get my size.
Claim.
I'll rock
no.
paper scissors right now for the size.
You can.
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, what was I gonna say?
Small or large?
Don't know.
Small, large.
Mind blank.
Small or
Well,
large.
On cheat, rock paper scissors shoot.
Go on.
Best of one.
Yeah.
Or best of 3.
Best of one.
Alright, go on.
What piece shoot?
Yeah.
Alright, sweet.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Yes. It's getting small.
We're getting a small, boys.
You can.
Catch me.
You
Catch
can
me.
get it graded. Like you can send it off to. You know, like these Pokemon ones. I don't know what it's called.
What can you get
You
graded?
can get anything graded, can't you? Know?
I'll
So, I
send it,
mean,
I'll send it.
you can get like base stuff graded. It sells for like a couple of grand.
What, to make sure it's authentic, or just to make sure
It's
like?
like
2%.
10 of the.
Oh
10
right.
out of 10.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No, we've got enough. We've not got any money in this MetaMask, so
That's
it's,
true.
it's only
I've got
$15 to claim it,
2%
but
to send.
there's nothing in it. So, yeah,
Is that all it
this,
is? $15.
yeah, this NFT's worth
$15 for a
it's
tracksuit.
1.5 right now. It's
Resale
worth
price.
$4,500.
I'll look at
Is
resale
that a
price.
contract? I mean, is that a
It's a
tracksuit?
token. Oh, the actual thing.
Yeah. Like, what
Is
does
it
it
Crep
get?
CrepChief.eth.
How much you want, son?
If anyone wants to donate, it's CrepChief.eth.
How much you want?
Just send like point nothing.
Point
It's
nothing.
free.
No.
This is the tracksuit, boys.
Oh, is that what you get?
That's what you get.
Oh, you're gonna have to see
In
max.
small, it's not going to fit me though.
You're gonna have to get max.
Is it black?
Extra small for Max.
No,
Green.
That I know.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to get max in the next podcast, innit?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Catch
wearing
me
it.
in the club.
Real
You get a
talk,
hat
like
too? You get a hat.
you've got to wear this tracksuit.
What'd you get? Did you get it all?
I don't think. Oh, there's like 6 claiming things.
All merch items must be claimed at the same time.
You see my
I think you get a hat, a hoodie, and
it's
tracksuit.
like that.
Oh, that noise is awful.
actual like username now.
Go on.
What is that? A .f one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got sued.
How do you do that?
You go on like ENS and then you like set. So obviously you got your wallet address and then you can go on like
Oh, there we go, boys.
ENS domain website and then you can set it as
So
like
you
the
can do that?
I
handling.
know. I need to do it. I
address.
need to sort it out proper. It comes in May,
Comes in May. Mate, I'm gonna look flying.
so you got it next month.
Confirmed transaction.
Summer outfit sorted.
It's bright.
There you go,
green.
boys. We're buying it right now. You probably never see it.
I'll do like a
Look
photo
at all the
show, mate.
fingerprints.
In
Cheers,
we
mate.
get free clothing, $15 for that.
Is that a full tracksuit? Yeah.
Yeah,
Celebrate.
I think so.
Yeah,
Bang
it's
your little
fucking
tracksuit,
great,
innit?
boys.
Yeah,
Did
it's
you not
like
know about that at
neon
all?
green.
Not till now, no.
You've got. I think it's 66 drops for it.
66.
Yeah, there's loads
Oh,
of stuff.
So
there.
you've got like loads of.
Has he missed
loads
one
of
or
merch.
is that the first
That's
one?
the first one.
There was they did a like on this was like this blew my mind, to be fair. Like all NFT stuff you see, it's all on like NFT websites, right? Like it's all on their own website, and never really like not really on mainstream apps, right? Like it's never really, you don't really see like obviously Adidas have done this, like that was a huge thing. Pepsi did their the mic thing,
That
that
was
NFT,
quality,
right? So
yeah.
like when you see like big companies, you think, oh, like something there. And the other day, Adidas, like the Adidas confirmed app for like Yeezys, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
You won it.
It
You
was
won
the Into the Metaverse, like that NFT. They did like a little small batch on the Adidas confirmed app.
Yeah, you won
Yeah,
it.
well,
It was,
You won it?
it was a Prada one, wasn't it?
No.
No, the other day you could
They
win one of
did,
these.
like
Good
one
job.
of those,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and that actual NFT, like the original one. I think they released like another 1,000, but instead of doing it like on a website or through like the contract stuff, it was you could enter it. Like you'd enter a Yeezy 350 release on the Adidas confirmed app, and then obviously like if you won,
yeah.
there'd be a box where you submit your wallet address and then they send it. But it was like on the Adidas confirmed, and I looked at it, I was like, that's like merge and like NFTs all of a sudden become like very like real world
Did
like
you not see,
Adidas.
So obviously we've seen a lot of W's over the past few months, but you have been scammed at all, or?
I think one of my first interactions when minting was like a scam. So Soda Society of Derivative Apes, when they were just about to mint, they got hacked. Me being like really dumb, I thought, yeah, it's still in stock. I'll just mint because floor price is like double. Minted, and basically it was still in stock. And the progress bar where it shows how much has been minted
Yeah.
just wasn't moving. I thought, mint, I've just been scammed. Went to the chart, everyone was like, oh, it's rogue, don't click link. Like day after, I think the developer like refunded everyone, so it was chilling. But expensive lessons to learn if you don't get refunded. Like I've seen stories of people losing like EVs, getting their wallets drained, and all sorts.
Yeah, it's scary.
I got off really lucky with that, like insanely lucky.
But
Do you know
didn't get,
you can
bad
avoid it
scam.
though?
No, mine wasn't that bad.
Because there's two types of scams in there. There's one where they get everything.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
gets
You
into
drain
your
your
wallet.
wallet.
And
Yeah.
then there's one where you just send ETH to a wallet.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's what mine was. Mine was sending ETH, but he refunded it anyway. So
Do you know how you avoid that
sweet.
though? Do you know how you avoid it? You go on Crep Chief NFT, and you click guides, and it just shows you all the scams and everything you should do to not get scammed.
Yeah.
Both 5-minute read, done.
I think we'll wrap that up there then, boys. It's been a pleasure having you on. I'm sure we'll do another podcast because we've got endless stuff to
100%.
talk
We
about.
could talk
Yeah.
for hours.
hours. There's so many stories in different.
We'll do a
NFT
podcast
projects.
just based on all the degenerate things you do with NFTs.
on PlayStation Party.
All-
Yeah.
You've heard like
yeah.
all of Tino's.
All the times in PlayStation parties, all the dirty degens and losing money. I mean,
We've gone through all of your big wins, making thousands.
all the messages.
We'll show them when you
Tino,
do the
did
bad
buy
ones.
this? Yeah, we bought it.
yeah. The thing is, like, I'm more than happy to be like explaining what I've lost and whatnot. Like, at the end of the day, like, we're all going through the same sort of progress and we're all learning and whatnot. So like, I'm happy to be open and share what I've learned.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Gas
Well,
wise, we've lost between us easy over 10k.
gas wise, I think it's like close to 2 ETH.
But I mean, we're all in this now and we're all learning together. And I'm sure if you're in this early, you are going to win overall. But
yeah, you're experiencing like the market. You experience it all before it's ever happened. So
Yeah.
6 months time, 12 months time, we'll see what it's like.
We'll revisit this in 6 months. Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, exactly. We'll do that. So,
Nice
yeah.
one, boys.
Till next time,
Appreciate it.
appreciate you coming on.
Nice one,
No
boys.
worries.
It's been a
Catch you
pleasure.
later.
Cheers.
Sweet. Cheers.